Mercury, the smallest and fastest planet in our solar system, orbits closer to the Sun than any other world. It's a planet of extremes, burning hot during the day and freezing cold at night. When you look at Mercury, you see a world scarred by time itself, a silent planet that has witnessed the beginning of our solar system billions of years ago. Mercury is the first planet from the Sun, located about 58 million kilometers away. That may sound far, but in space terms it's very close. Because of this distance, sunlight on Mercury is about 7 times stronger than on Earth. From its surface, the Sun would appear more than 3 times larger than we see it here. The sunlight is so powerful that it makes the planet shine brightly even though it's covered in dust and rock. Despite being so close to the Sun, Mercury has no atmosphere to trap heat. That's why temperatures on Mercury swing wildly. During the day, the surface temperature can reach up to 430 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. But when night falls, the temperature drops to around minus 180 degrees. The difference between day and night is one of the most extreme in the entire solar system. Mercury's surface looks similar to our Moon. It's covered with craters, valleys, and cliffs called scarps that stretch for hundreds of kilometers. These features formed billions of years ago when the planet's interior cooled and shrank, cracking its crust. The craters tell stories of ancient meteor impacts, each one marking a violent moment in the planet's long history. Some craters are enormous, like the Caloris Basin, one of the largest impact basins in the solar system. It's about 550 kilometers wide, formed by a giant asteroid that hit Mercury long ago. Because Mercury is so small, only about 880 kilometers in diameter, it has very little gravity. If you weigh 100 kilograms on Earth, you would weigh only about 38 kilograms on Mercury. That means if you could jump on Mercury, you'd leap almost 3 times higher than you can on Earth. But don't get too excited without an atmosphere. There's no air to breathe, no sky to see, and no sound to hear. It's a world of silence. Mercury's orbit around the Sun is fast and unusual. It completes one full orbit in just 88 Earth days. That means a year on Mercury is shorter than 3 months here on Earth. But its rotation is slow. One full day on Mercury from one sunrise to the next lasts about 59 Earth days. This creates long, scorching days and equally long, freezing nights. Imagine standing on Mercury. The sun would rise slowly, take weeks to cross the sky, and then set after nearly 2 months. Even though Mercury looks like a lifeless rock, it's a fascinating world for scientists. Space missions like NASA's Messenger and ESA upcoming BP Colombo have revealed that Mercury is more complex than we once thought. It has a surprisingly large iron core, which makes up about 85% of its radius. Scientists believe this massive core could be why Mercury still has a faint magnetic field, something that was unexpected for such a small planet. Mercury's surface also holds clues to its composition. In the dark craters near its poles, scientists have discovered something surprising: water ice. Even though Mercury is so close to the Sun, the bottoms of these deep craters never see sunlight. They remain permanently cold, allowing ice to survive for billions of years. This discovery has changed how scientists understand the inner planets. It shows that even the hottest world near the Sun can hide frozen secrets. Because Mercury has no thick atmosphere, it doesn't have weather like we do. There are no clouds, no rain, no storms. The sky is always black, even during the day, because there's no air to scatter sunlight. The sun's light hits the surface directly, and heat radiates back into space without being trapped. If you were standing there, you could see stars shining in the background, even while the sun blazes in the sky. Mercury is also known for its strange motion in the sky. When observed from Earth, It never strays far from the sun, appearing only at dawn or dusk. Ancient astronomers once thought it was two different stars, one seen in the morning and the other in the evening. It wasn't until later that we learned both were the same object, Mercury, the swift messenger of the gods, moving quickly around the sun. Because it's so close to the sun, sending spacecraft to Mercury is extremely difficult. The sun's gravity pulls strongly on any spacecraft that tries to reach it, making the journey complex and fuel-consuming. Still, missions like Mariner 10 and Messenger have given us breathtaking images and valuable data about its surface, magnetic field, and thin exosphere, a layer of scattered atoms instead of a real atmosphere. Mercury's story is one of survival and endurance. It's a planet that formed in the early chaos of the solar system and somehow remained intact through billions of years of bombardment. It doesn't have moons or rings. It doesn't have air or water flowing on its surface, but it stands as a living memory of the solar system's beginning. Every crater, every ridge, every scar tells a part of that ancient story. If you could stand on Mercury today, you'd see a horizon of endless craters under the blinding sun. The heat would be unbearable, the silence absolute. And yet, the beauty of that view, the sun rising larger and brighter than anywhere else, would be unmatched. Mercury may be small, but it carries within it the story of time, energy, and endurance, the story of a world that lives in extremes. Mercury reminds us that even the smallest things in the universe can hold the biggest secrets. It may be silent and empty, but it speaks volumes about where we come from, how planets form, and how they survive in the heart